Howdy everybody, it is I, your friendly neighborhood skook with a uke, coming at you on this beautiful sunny but very, very windy day. Later on this evening, after I work out, I'm going to be enjoying some Stonehenge Flake in this Casiero 230 that I actually got when the Cigar International was doing kind of like a specific blends sale thing, and for $15 you could get, I got the black Cavendish, so I got a couple different, like, Cavendish blends, and it came with this pipe, and it's kind of my dedicated pipe for, not exactly as aromatic as I normally smoke, and I think this is technically a vapor Stonehenge Flake, but, it's a little bit more muted flavor than I normally smoke. I normally smoke a lot of like Lane 1Q and that kind of stuff, that Sutliff's pumpkin spice, the kind of stuff that would like clog some pipes with like the dottle in the bottom of it. But I wanted to come at you and let you know what I'm smoking and tell you about this super awesome product that my friend gave me, and I'm gonna show it to you first. It's about like this big as compared to my hand, but it may surprise you. It's a key ring, but it's also a self-defense weapon. So the story that goes along with this, my friend gave this to me, so shout out to Michelle. But the story that goes along with that is last November, I was out running in Bethlehem because that's where I'm at for school, and I had not been informed because I don't really have a lot of time to check out the news or listen to the radio. There's apparently a gentleman going around trying to kidnap young ladies. And so I was out for a run, did not know this. Actually, it was about a block away from my residency, and I was, running along. I don't listen to music when I run at night, but I do keep headphones on just so that kind of gives you the upper hand, and then people also don't want to try and talk to you. And, well, when you're running and you're sweaty and you're gross, you don't really want to have a friendly conversation with anybody. At least I don't. Maybe some people do, and mad props to you guys. But I was at a corner, and this guy was pulled up alongside at the stop sign, so I waved him on to, like, go in front of me, and he rolled down his window and he started yelling something, so I just kind of, like, booked it and started running. So he was driving alongside in his vehicle yelling at me while I was trying to run as fast as I could, and then he pulled over in front of one of the buildings that I know, so I like started booking it down an alley, and I was maybe only 3 or 4 feet away from like escaping this guy. I had never been more happy to make it inside of my house in my whole entire life. But it was a very, like, scary thing that happened, and it was kind of an eye-opening thing, because I've always kind of had this faltering but persistent notion of indestructibility that I guess comes with the naivety of youth. So, found out, guess what? Not indestructible. 4'10". My mom always says that I'm suitcase-sized, so that's why she's always very concerned about me running or anything. So I no longer run at night. Now I run during the day. But my friend gave this to me, and this regular key ring, you can slip on your hands, and it becomes like tiny brass knuckles, and it's actually very sturdy. Like, you can hardly bend it. I'm putting pressure on it, but not enough pressure to like break it. But it's pretty sturdy, and these things are actually sharp, the ears. So what the goal is, and the instructions that came with it that I misplaced somewhere in my desk, say to like punch and run. So you can either punch people like in their abdomen region, or you can even go up into the eyes. That seems a little drastic, but I mean, I guess if somebody's trying to throw me into the back of a van, I should probably just hit them anywhere that I can and run. But so I thought this was kind of a really cool little nifty thing. So for any of you people that have a young lady in your life, or just want to feel safe yourself, it really has, like, you don't think that these kinds of things are gonna like make that much of a difference, but kind of like, walking alone at night when I have to come back from work, or leaving the church late and walking across that parking lot can sometimes be a more intimidating situation than you really anticipate it to be. So just kind of having that in my jacket pocket makes me feel like I'm in a gang that our symbol is some kind of cat, but also it really does make me feel a lot more safe knowing that should I have to come down to it, I do have some advantage in defending myself outside of taking a couple of self-defense courses, which I would encourage everybody to do. Men, women, just everybody. You should know how to defend yourself if somebody's coming at you or if somebody's coming up from behind you, because anything that you can do to put yourself in the situation that you're going to have an advantage is definitely worth it. So those are my thoughts on this keychain. Would recommend, highly recommend. I hope that everybody else is having a great day, and make it a good one.